I mean, everybody's that man, you know, he got no chance. Tank told you a couple of days earlier, hey, you're not going the distance. Y'all shake, pretty little 250, whatever the case may be. You go into that fight, you know Tank's a slow starter, builds up as the fight progresses. Know he's trying to land, hook to the body, come up top with it. I thought even without the knockdown, I thought he won it. I thought he had. I mean, look, I know Tank landed punches, but
because he was aggressive.
Roach was the more aggressive fighter.
We will never see that fight happen again. It just will not happen. Gervonta Tank Davis doesn't like hard fights. It's that simple. We've seen it over and over. He fought a Ryan Garcia drained. He fought a very inexperienced Rolly Romero.
Everyone knew he had no chance. Tank told you days earlier that Roach wasn't going the distance. They even shook on it, whether it was for $250 or whatever the case may be. Going into the fight, we knew Tank is a slow starter who builds up as the fight progresses. He was looking to land hooks to the body and come up top with it. Even without the knockdown, I thought he won. Yes, Tank landed punches, but Roach was the more aggressive fighter. We will never see that fight happen again. It just won't happen. Gervonta Tank Davis doesn't like tough fights. It's that simple. We've seen it over and over. He fought Ryan Garcia drained. He fought inexperienced Rolando Rolly Romero. Shannon Sharpe didn't hold back when criticizing Gervonta Davis for avoiding a rematch with Lamont Roach. He argued that the fight should happen, especially since Roach deserved the win if the knockdown had been counted. Sharpe called out Davis for dodging tough fights, saying it's time to stop avoiding real challenges and give fans the rematch they deserve.
If they have a rematch.
Yeah, they have to, huh?
Hey, well, look, there's enough fighters in that class. You got Lomachenko, you got Shakur, you got Haney, you got Garcia, you got Tank, you got Roach. Come on, man, make these damn fights happen. Stop ducking and dodging each other.
Sharpe's criticism gains even more weight as Tank himself admitted that Lamont Roach has more skills.
Press conference, and you looked at him and you said, you really should have waited. You took the fight too early. You really should have waited. That's what you told him before the fight, and then you went and put him to sleep. This cat right here, Lamont Roach, he ain't saying something like that about you, is he? He's not doing that.
Nah, but Lamont had more friends than Roach. I mean, I'm bugging. Lamont had more skills than Frank won, for sure.
Okay. I got you.
Many boxing fans and analysts believe Gervonta Davis will likely avoid a rematch with Lamont Roach, given his track record of sidestepping tough opponents. This view is reinforced by his past decisions, such as not pursuing a second fight against Ryan Garcia or other high-risk opponents throughout his career.
We will never see that fight happen again. It just will not happen. Gervonta Tank Davis doesn't like hard fights. It's that simple. We've seen it over and over. He fought a Ryan Garcia drained. He fought a very inexperienced Rolly Romero. He will not fight Devin Haney. He will not fight Shakur. He will not fight Pitbull Cruz again. He will not fight Lamont Roach again. He will not fight Tefimo. He will not fight Ino. He will not fight those guys. That's just not who Tank.
Davis's lackluster performance against Lamont Roach left many fans disappointed, raising doubts about whether he is still at his best. The absence of longtime trainer Calvin Ford only fueled speculation that Davis struggled without his guidance. Some believe Ford's departure played a role in Davis not looking as sharp as before.
Davis versus Lamont Roach goes to a majority decision draw. Tank retaining his WBA lightweight title. Now, I did not score this fight a draw. I had it 7-5 to Lamont Roach. I thought he had the ring generalship and effective pressure. He was landing the jab and effective combinations. Tank, as usual, had a very low output, and he was relying on one big shot. I gave Roach the first 3 rounds, Tank the next 3 rounds, and then Roach 4 the last 6 rounds to win the fight. Not to mention, Tank did take a knee in the middle of the fight. By rule, that shouldn't be considered a knockdown. Yes, it was to get his mouthpiece, and that's why they didn't rule it a knockdown. But anytime a fighter takes a knee, that's a knockdown. And that would have given Roach 1 more point to win the fight. Now, I'm sure they'll run it back. Lamont Roach absolutely deserves a rematch. He just had the fight of his life. He wasn't scared to go toe-to-toe with Tank. Landing his combinations, the bigger counters, and the more effective shots. He definitely deserves a second payday. Now, the co-main event, Gary Antoine Russell put on an amazing performance. I think he won 11 or 12 rounds against Ryan Valenzuela. Great hand speed, good combinations, masterclass to win the WBA title. And then in the featured bout, Alberto Puello beat Sandor Martin to retain his WBC title. He landed the cleaner left hands, definitely won the last 2 to 3 rounds to edge of the fight. Overall, good card.
Sean Davis criticized Tank Davis, saying he lacked focus during the fight against Lamont Roach. He suggested that Tank's mindset wasn't fully in the ring, which may have affected his performance. Many fans agree, believing distractions outside of boxing contributed to his struggles during the highly anticipated matchup.
I feel like Tank overall, like bigger picture, he just wasn't focused for real. He, do a lot of arguing in the ring and just a lot of stuff that wasn't like, he wasn't just focused. He wasn't all the way locked in the ring. You heard him say something like, there's a lot of things going on outside the ring that he was leading up to the fight and shit, that's natural, you know what I'm saying? It's normal. Shit, I was going through the same thing. That's what last fight, So, I just feel like he just wasn't.
The first bout between Tank Davis and Lamont Roach garnered significant attention, culminating in a pay-per-view PPV by rate of 149,000. While respectable, these numbers fell short of expectations, prompting discussions about the factors influencing the event's commercial performance.
So, Rick Blaze is reporting that Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach sold 149,000 pay-per-view buys. And he tweeted this report. It's turkey out of seats. Coincidence? Truthful? Do you trust Rick Blaze's reporting on this issue? If you do, let me know why. If you don't, let me know why not. Respectfully, I have a long video coming on this later. Y'all be sure to check it out.
In the lead-up to their initial encounter, Lamont Roach ensured a clause in the contract that granted him an immediate rematch. Expressing his readiness and eagerness, Roach stated his willingness to face Davis again, emphasizing that the rematch would occur at the discretion of Davis's camp.
You be a boxing fan, that the fact that I do watch him fight, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really like boxing.
Are you open to an immediate rematch?
In my contract, immediate rematch was signed. I signed
Right.
for the immediate rematch when I signed for the first fight,
Right.
just in case he lost or just in case it was a draw.
So when you got a rematch clause, how long we taking?
It's up to the A side and when they want to fight. So I'm thinking it's gonna be soon. I'm hoping it's gonna be soon. That's it.
What is soon to you? When you say soon to me, I'm thinking a month.
I'm thinking July.
I'm thinking.
When questioned about the possibility of a rematch with Roach, Gervonta Davis conveyed uncertainty. He indicated that he did not foresee the rematch taking place within the current year, leaving fans and analysts speculating about his future plans.
Next, if so, how likely it is that we're to see that fight happen again this year?
I'm not sure, bro. I'm definitely not sure, but hopefully we can get it before. No, it probably won't be this year.
You got the one you want next?
That's it. Yeah, it's definitely the one I want next, but it's not gonna be next. You might see it in a minute. You definitely might see it.
Henry Garcia, a notable figure in the boxing community, expressed skepticism regarding Davis's performance against Roach. He highlighted the absence of Davis's longtime trainer, Calvin Ford, as a potential factor affecting his performance. Garcia also suggested that external issues outside the ring might have influenced Davis during the fight.
Way you could say Tank won. There's no way.
You think that it's diminished in some way, or do you think that just mentally he just wasn't there?
Well, a little bit of both. His age is catching up to him. His legs aren't really as he used to be, and he switched his trainer. Could be another factor.
Very healthy and Coach Calvin being outside.
Yeah, but he snapped at Calvin too. So that's there was something going on. I really don't know, and I couldn't really speculate on that because I don't know. But I know that something was bothering Tank because Tank is a good fighter and he's out there. He hurts you, But hey, Lamont Roach stood in there.
Some boxing professionals have criticized Gervonta Davis for allegedly cherry-picking opponents throughout his career. They argue that, in this instance, Lamont Roach, perceived as a carefully selected opponent, presented unexpected challenges. This outcome has led to speculation that Davis may avoid a rematch to maintain his unblemished record.
He picked him for a long time. I think Tank got the talent to be an all-time great. He just don't want to have a resume for whatever reason. So I think this is going to force him to go see people.
Step up a little
bit. It showed, even his fans, it kind of took that allure off. Oh, this nigga not perfect. He can't just whoop anybody else. You know what I'm saying? So, and I think Lamont should have won the fight on the technicality.
No.
If it wasn't a knockdown, the ref would have thought it. he started counting. He only stopped. Tank told him to stop. He told that nigga no. I'm like, no, stop. Nigga, he was like, my bad.
Yeah. You take away the jabs, Tank landed more. City was higher. I'm all about connection, but I think Tank did a better job of the fight. I gave Lamont maybe one of the early rounds. After round 67, I think Roach put in very good work.
During the initial fight between Davis and Roach, Davis faced criticism for his performance, leading to a surprising reaction from his own fans. The stadium echoed with boos directed at Davis, reflecting the audience's disappointment and adding pressure for a potential rematch.